Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Kakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles, great males noble. Well, I am not a member, however, I've entered into their labors. Peace and mercy to the sincere brothers and sisters doing this wherever you are, whatever your lot may be. And this is I don't know how quick this will be, but I was trying to go back and find a video that I did about these dang it, it was I don't even remember the title of it, but I remember it was like home helping robot, these humanoid things. And I was saying it was only a matter of time before E decided to actually I think I said it was only a matter of time before they go from like washing your dishes to putting you in a full Nelson or something like that. And I think that the video is called "Everything's a Weapon with Him" or "Everything's a Weapon with E," something along those lines. I was looking for it. I don't know if it was on the other channel that got nixed or if it's on this one that I'm uploading to. I can't remember. I would do my best to find it. But as you can see here, by 2027, 50,000 humanoid robots could serve as the U.S. military's front line. And now that that Iranian invasion doesn't seem so far-fetched, doesn't seem like such a terrible idea, right? Because of course, if you put flesh and blood on there's nothing you can, odds are not in your favor. But if you got things that don't get tired, don't need water, don't need supplies, right? Can bring everything that they need is with them, with the exception of probably ammo, or they'll probably airdrop. I don't know, who knows? But now this thing is ramping up here, right? And furthermore, don't think that just because they're using them there, that they won't get used right here on the soil, right here on the Babylon soil. Okay, and we'll just go through this article. And this one, I guess it's not going to be that long. We'll get a couple scriptures and that'll be it. But as you can see, we're perpetually wicked, and there's nothing. They don't create anything for good. Whatever's created, it is to steal, to kill, and destroy. All right. I mean, shit, we might well get it. So this is John 10:10. I'm going to go to it real quick. And I'll stay on this, but I'll read it out loud verbatim. This here is in the KJV. So I want to start up. Let's see. Because it's right before, or right after Yahushai's parable of the Good Shepherd. Okay. The point in 10. But I'm just going to read 7. But okay, the point is in 10, and then we'll get to the article. We'll start at 7. All right, then Yahushua said unto them again, Verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. And I know it doesn't have anything to do with what we're saying, but I'm not going to pass up an opportunity to speak on Yahushua in any way, shape, or form. So just bear with me. I will get to the point in verse 10, but I want to, there's certain things I just want to get to. I just want to read. Or I'm adamant about reading out loud. All right. All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved, and shall go in and out, and find pasture. All right. But what the thief come not, but for to steal, and to kill, and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. All right. So this kind of alludes, in a way, alludes to also Yahushua's return as this devil that was given power to take peace from the earth, right? I believe that's Revelation 6. As he's doing all his dirt and all his foolishness, he will be at the peak right before Yahushua's return. So, reading those two together like that, reading those two verses together like that, just kind of reminded me of how just the complete opposite. One, the thief come to steal, kill, destroy, and then Yahushua, I came to bring life, and that they may have it abundantly. And we'll read that We'll read Revelation 6 and 7 because there's how about 6 and 7 because there's war. 6 and 3 and hell through 5 because 5, the third seal is famine, the fourth seal is death. So we'll just read from 6 and 3, and then we'll scroll through this article, see what else we can glean. All right, so Revelation 6 and 3, here we go. This is the second seal, which is war. When it had opened up the second seal, I heard a second beast say, "Come and see." And there went out another horse that was red, and gave power. And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. What did Isaac say to Esau about his blessing? Okay, by thy sword shalt thou live. Third seal, verse 5. And when he came, he opened the third seal. I heard a third beast say, "Come and see." And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat thereon had a pair of balances in his hand. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, "A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. See thou hurt not the oil and the wine." Okay, and these manufactured famines, and of course there's mass death. All right, and there's that pale horse, and that's verse 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat thereon was Death, and he followed, and hell followed with him, and power was given unto him them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword, and hunger, and death, with death, and with the beast of the earth. And also to touch on to a point, imagine the level they can, how they can speed up their modern day colonialism, their neo-colonialism, right? With these robots, they can go anywhere, do anything. They may even implement, help or put something in the program for these bots to, there may be a plan how they implement the Revelation 13 and 16 and CHIP. Many different avenues, but only thing you can bet your ass on is that we are all heading for great lamentation and great woe, and but the Lord's chosen will be saved out of it. That mixed multitude, that 144,000 that you should just be praying that you are a part of, because there is no way out. Who do you think they're creating these for? Not only for their neo-colonial missions or exploits, but these are for Jacob. They know. They may laugh and cause other folks to be incredulous when it comes to Jake talking about spiritual power, but those at the top, they know. They are well aware, and that is why they are developing these things. But you can't. Your arms are too short to box with God, okay, or to box with Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai. Moving on, we're going to read this here. U.S. military next battalion might not be composed of trained cadets, but humanoid robots. Standing 5'9". So, California-based Foundation Future Industries is positioning its new Phantom robot for military use. So they're 5'9", 180 pounds, okay, unit capable of carrying more than 44 pounds of payload or weapons. I guess you just need a bunch of them, because 44 pounds is not a lot of ammunition, especially if we're speaking, if we're thinking that they're planning to do these invasions. But anyway, let's go ahead. And the upper torso serves as its operational core, housing sensors, computers, cameras, and batteries intended to support operation in human-designed environments. All right, so the full story is here. Okay, so yeah, that's just other articles. Let's see if it's behind a paywall. So Foundation's Phantom Humanoid. A sensor-rich designed to support military logistics, surveillance, and high-risk missions. What did I just say? Especially the last two, surveillance and high-risk missions. Okay, trained cadets. Not only that, there's a startup in Japan that's doing those exoskeletons. I did a video on that too, so be looking for that as well. They need those for. You think you finna go up against spiritual power, and you think you finna go up against these angels of the Lord, and you're not. Okay, everything that you have has already been created, and everything that you create, you need the elements of the earth. You need Yahweh, His creation. Okay, so we read that support. Okay, mobility is handled by the lower torso, which integrates actuators and advanced balance system that allows the robot to move across uneven terrain, climb stairs, maintain stability while carrying loads. Is there a video here? And there is. See, that nigga slow now, but he ain't gonna be slow when they get when he get done. Okay, I guess that's it. All right, Chief CEO Sanket Pathak. All right, said the robots can be used for surveillance or field support roles, including transporting weapons and tactical gear to soldiers. Now it's starting to come together. Substitute personnel in higher risk, navigating confined spaces, entering buildings, or exploring cave systems ahead of soldiers. Foundation says its Phantom would not be granted full autonomy in combat decisions, so that's a lie. There is a source code that allows them to discriminate between targets, but we know that will be flawed and faulty, as it is in practice here in some U.S. states. How some police forces have implemented integrated fully into AI, and they allow the algorithm to, identify people. And guess what they have done? They have misidentified so many so-called black people. But obviously that's not going to be, put in the news. Anyway, okay, so we got that. Scale deployment could still act as a deterrent by reshaping how conflicts are approached. The presence of humanoid robots could reportedly dissuade enemy forces from engaging in combat. And initially, I think that it will. Okay, but, we'll see. And this is a direct quote, again, from Pathak. I do think if the U.S. military had 100,000 robots, they could just demonstrate work. It would by and large in... Okay, let's go back. Let me redo it. I do think if the U.S. military had like 100,000 robots that they could just demonstrate work, it would by and large end a lot of wars before they start. Except, guess who does all the starting? Guess who does all the shit starting? Guess whose job it is to take peace from the earth? Guess who Habakkuk 2 and 5 explicitly describes, right? Of someone whose soul is not lifted upright in him. So it could end a lot of wars, but it's in the hands of, Job 9 and 24. Earth given into the wicked, and this advancement is in the hands of the wicked. So no good is going to come from it. All right, it will just serve, if they were allowed to continue, right, because they do think that their houses will continue forever. If they were allowed to, these robots would just be doing their job again, because they're not going to do the work. So they would do the colonizing, and then they would come in with, I guess, no longer religion, but a digital slavery. They would just cut off your access to any and everything, and cause you to bend the knee. But so many different avenues of approach, all right, for this thing. And this was at the end of 2025. And they're talking about this from, what do you say, by 2027, huh? So many things are on the horizon, right? And if you don't think that these bots are gonna be a part of Jacob's trouble domestically, you are sadly mistaken. Okay. Okay, no, that's it. I thought there was another scripture I think that I was trying to get. I can't remember it. I was saving it for last, and I should have wrote it down. But yeah, you see it. If I remember it, I will put it in the description box. There will also be the playlist as usual, or I can't say as usual. Sometimes I don't put them, but there will be playlists in the description box that you can go to and see. Get more edification or from those greater than myself. So with that being said, as you can see, time is short, though it tarry, wait, because it ain't tarrying no more, right? Roughly paraphrase, we are here. The next step is that mandatory implementation, and then the inevitable goal of them wanting to merge man with machine. That's the new age. From an age of the industrial age, to the technological one. Right? And if the Lord was to allow it, we'd be in a digital hell. Do you understand the hell you would be in if this devil was allowed to continue to rule and further his enterprise? How long? Sighing and crying. Sighing and crying is what we need to be doing. Come back, please. We get it. We get it, Lord. We messed up. Just come, please. All right, that's the sentiment that you should have. Shalom.